Hello. This is a game about deer people. You heard of the reptilian conspiracy? This is the deer conspiracy. Deer people in this game. This ain't got shit on them. So we're gonna start in a second. And I don't know how long this game is. I think it's pretty short. So there's probably gonna be some swindling after. But I played the first 5 minutes of this game and I am intrigued. I am excited. Alright, it's been about 5. Let's get this started. So there's only one episode out of this game. There's supposed to be 5 in total. Hope you like that butterfly, because it's the only thing that's not red or black or white in the game.
Here, it's your turn.
So here we are in our sweet digs at the Ritz. I'm told this game is very similar to Telltale games in its controls and things it does. I wouldn't know, as I have never played one. But you can walk around, you can look at things. We've got our cool toilet here. It's the height of living.
Go on, take it. Get me out of here, please. If we don't escape, I'll be punished. I've been bad.
You can choose how to talk to people or not talk.
Quiet, you're making me nervous. You see? One down. That just leaves yours and the one on the door. I'll be punished. I've been bad. I'll be punished. It's okay. Be quiet. Just look out, okay?
gonna help her brother out.
Quick, quick, quick! What are you doing? Help me, please.
Or maybe not. This dude's a deer.
She's there. She's been really bad, hasn't she?
So that was pretty cool. I would know when I think of the 1920s, I think of deer people? Deer people. Speaking of beer people, though, I've gotten in character. I'm drinking some Speakeasy Prohibition Ale, which is not bad.
Elliot?
Just a second. Alice, I thought you were on the day shift. Pie?
Well, I just slipped out for a second. This arrived for you at the station.
Thanks.
It's a
I'll put
goat
it in
seat.
the back room, then I'll get you a slice of pie. Deal?
I'm kind of in a hurry. What kind?
Blueberry.
It's a deal.
So this is Elliot Ness, who apparently opened up a diner.
It's not much, but I earned it. It's seen better days. Like a lot of us. Hey, Ness! Where's my burger? Ness! My burger, goddammit! God damn it, Ness! You gotta be the slowest waiter in Santa Esperanza. Yell at me one more time, and instead of a hamburger, you'll be ordering soup. Anyway, they catch the deadbeat robbing the pharmacy, but there's no proof, so they hand him over to me.
Elliot, seriously, I don't have much time.
So I guess in this universe, Elliot Ness got canned and decided to make some birds.
Take your time. If Jenkins says anything, tell him it's my fault. And let him know that I'll continue to keep his agents waiting until he settles his tab.
I don't think I dare. But this is worth getting in trouble for.
To think, I didn't find my true calling until I was in my 50s.
And this time, go easy on the chili sauce. Gives me indigestion.
Yeah, I think it could use more sauce. A little more, maybe. A little more?
Done.
Okay, I tell him, if you confess right now, I finish work on time, and everybody's happy. If you don't, I have to work late. I get mad, and I have to rearrange your face.
You really said that?
There you go.
And listen to this, Ness. And then I say to him, the doctor will have to work late too, and it'll be your fault. He'll be mad. And when he's done fixing your mug, it'll be so ugly, you'll never get laid again.
He sang, right?
Yeah, like a soprano. And you know what I did next, Ness?
You went to celebrated Happy Dolls. 10 minutes later, you walked out of there.
Yeah, what the hell do you know? Anyway, the important part is, I rearranged the guy's face. Oh, how much sauce did you put on this thing, you goddamn maniac?
Just enough to make sure you never come back here, Dickinson.
Ah, screw you, Ness.
Elliot Ness don't take no shit. He fought Al Capone. Technically. I actually wonder how far in the timeline this
First time
is.
here, right?
Like, has prohibition been
I
repealed
like
yet?
this job, you know? Not because I like serving coffee or food. This job is about understanding people, knowing what they want, what they need. You just have to keep your eyes open. The clothes, the haircut, a little movement, a hand clutching a knife. Don't even think about it. Not because of me. At most, I'd knock out a couple of your teeth before disarming you. The guys you should be worried about are the cops at the other table. They'd keep kicking you in the ribs long after you passed out. You'd be lucky to wake up in a hospital. The question is, what do I do with you now?
We should not be kind.
I don't care how you screw up your life, but I like this job and I can't afford trouble. So beat it. Now. And if you come back here looking for trouble, you'll find it. You want coffee?
Let's get real.
You
A
still
little
dating
personal
the same
here.
kid, the blues guitar fella?
Hey, I'm a big girl. I don't need the fatherly concern. Or would you prefer me to date a cop?
You know I love the blues, don't you? Your dad would be proud of you.
Thanks. But not Jenkins.
Easy there, miss. Slow and steady wins the race. If I don't get some blackberry pie this minute, I'm gonna die before this day is out. Can you help me, sir?
I'm afraid not.
It's too bad. I need something sweet for my last day on Earth.
Blueberry pie? Last slice.
You use almond extract?
Quarter of a teaspoon.
Which brand?
I make
I'm
my own.
allergic to almonds, but I'll die for it.
Do I know you from someplace?
Me? No. But you do know my boss.
comparison.
Well, I think drinking alcohol was
Pietro,
not
Dockers.
illegal during Prohibition. It was just making it. It was weird.
You, call your boss. I have business to settle with him.
Can't even enjoy a quiet smoke. Look, I get it. It's Christmas. You're lonely and you want to end it all. But Santa Esperanza is full of bridges. Why not throw yourself off one of them and leave me in peace?
Tell Capone that Elliot Ness is here. We're going to finish this thing once and for all.
Jeez, I don't get paid enough. Listen, you got it backwards. I'm not here to make my boss come out. I'm here to stop you getting in.
I'll do you a deal. Do what I say, and when I've finished with your boss, I'll bury your police file in his grave.
Oh yeah? Why not bury it in the same grave as your buddy Dockers?
You shouldn't have brought that up.
Oh no? You gonna cry now? Hey, come on. It's Christmas.
Holy shit, Elliot Ness.
At the front gate!
It's quite a right hook.
It's Ness!
Put down your weapons. You'll get a fair trial.
Going all Dirty Harry here.
Kill him!
Holy shit, these controls are inverted. I'm not an airplane. Much better. Why would you do that? That worked well.
We need more men!
Oh. I was not prepared for that. Sorry, Ness.
We need more men! Shit! Getting closer! Keep moving forward!
Now this is just me, but I don't think this is how cops are supposed to work. I don't think mass murder is a correct way to police. It might not be in the law. That is how he got in the pool. No, you want to keep the Tommy gun. That's a good gun. Max Payne could also slow down time, though.
Have any last words?
You come into my house?
Oh no!
Your doorman
There we
was
go.
kind enough to let me in.
You kill my men.
I didn't know human beings mattered to you.
Would you kill an unarmed
This
man?
could be really ironic right now.
Elliot Ness?
You have my word. I'm not going to kill a man.
Papa!
Vittorio. Are you gonna kill me in front of my son? That stain right there is all that's left of D'Annunzio, one of my best men. I told him to take care of the butcher on East Main, one of the jerks who've been screwing with me for months. We had to make an example of him. Send a message to the other storekeepers. D'Annunzio ripped out his guts and hung him up with the merchandise, but he did it while the butcher's daughter was watching. Fucking D'Annunzio. There are lines that cannot be crossed. We have to protect the innocence of children. Keep them far, far away from certain experiences.
Your son should know what kind of monster his father is. I can't think of a better life lesson.
Look, Vittorio. His hand's shaking. Booze turns men into cowards. You'll be like your father. Never drink. It's funny, huh? The White Knight of the Volstead Act gets liquored up to kill the king of bootleg booze.
Getting upset.
Relax, son. Nobody's going to kill anybody. I'd love to introduce you to
Elliot Ness, you just killed like 20 people.
Her name is Claire Dockers, and she sings like an angel. You two would get along. 2 days ago, Claire's father caught up with yours in a warehouse. Your father was hitting innocent people, and that's not right. He told him to stop, but your father ignored him and pulled out a gun to shoot him. Claire's father was quicker. He drew his gun first and fired, but the bullet jammed. Your father killed Claire's father, in cold blood. He kicked him in the face so many times, not even Claire herself would have recognized him.
You'll never prove I killed Dockers.
I know, and that's why I'm here. But now I know I'm better than you. Your father is a murderer, and Claire hasn't stopped crying these last 2 days, all because of him. Never forget that, Vittorio.
Hold it! Let him go. Run, Ness, and forget I exist, or I'll have
Yeah, I
to
guess you just have to carry your kid around if you want to be safe.
And I do have witnesses. You hear me, Ness?
I'm disappointed with his lack of conviction.
That's some first-class pie.
Also, if that was 20 years ago, then I guess Prohibition has been repealed.
My car's parked outside. If you could join me as soon as
I believe that's the
possible.
21st Amendment that says that you can produce
Gentlemen,
and
I'm
drink
closing
alcohol
up.
and also
Time
get
to
hella
move on.
crunk.
So early? What are you talking about, Ness?
Are you serious?
I'm sorry, guys.
That'll be
I have
nice.
to close up. Today's meal is on the house.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's too, or I'm not coming back. You got that?
Whatever you say, Dickinson.
Man, I kind of want a hamburger now. Anyway, I guess we're gonna hang out with Capone.
And that's how a bullet turns into a boomerang. And that's how a bullet turns into a boomerang.
I'm sure that won't come up again. Oh, we got a sewing machine. Crespos. So the deer people are abducting the children. We know that much already.
At last, Mr. Ness. Please get in.
How do I know this isn't a trap?
How do I know you can be trusted? You just kicked your customers out in the middle of their meal. Please get in. I can't afford for you to catch a cold.
I think subtitles for posters might be overkill just a little.
We'll be going up in a couple of minutes. I'll wait for you in the cable car.
Up where?
Let's see what's going on around here. Yes, fish.
The Hindenburg. Her forced landing in New Jersey almost cost the lives of over 100 passengers.
Oh shit, the Hindenburg didn't explode!
Yeah, nearly a fireball in midair. It would have burned down half the city.
Oh fuck, does that mean that blimps are still a thing? Are we going to a blimp right now? I'm excited. Terrible.
A. Ryan, owner of
Some more Crespos. My favorite soda.
Okay, let's go.
That'd be amazing if they were Yakuza. Oh shit, it is a blimp! This technology is totally safe.
Scared of heights?
Not at all. You?
No. If you need a paper bag, I have one.
How high does this thing go?
The steampunk 1920s. Or 1940s? I was gonna make that joke about Andrew Ryan. He's got a pretty sweet house under the sea. Yep, this technology was a good idea. Balloons never pop.
I'm afraid I can't come with you. Thanks for the pie.
But
Welcome to the Grand Hindenburg Hotel. My name is Susan, and I'm glad to be of service. Your name, please?
I'm Mr. Untouchable.
In that
It's a good
case,
name.
I suggest you try not to
They'll
look
really
too
fall for
low
that one.
if you want to make the most of your stay at the Hindenburg, Mr. Untouchable. And now, how can I help you?
I'm here to see Mr. Capone.
There's no Mr. Capone here, Mr. Untouchable.
Listen, Susan, I know more than 60 aliases for Al Capone, so you have two options. One is to delay my appointment with him until I guess the right one, which he is not going to like. The other is to send me through and earn my eternal gratitude and his. Your call.
He's in the presidential suite. Top floor at the end of the red carpet.
Thank you, Susan.
Have a pleasant stay at the Grand Hindenburg Hotel, Mr. Untouchable.
Oh, so it is the Hindenburg. Okay.
Your attention, please. The cable car to Santa
What
Esperanza
kind of
leaves
person
in
can
3
afford
minutes.
this kind of luxury? Shit. You think it's going to be a quiet day and suddenly the storm hits you.
You can't go in there, sir. They're in rehearsal.
Theater?
Shakespeare's Titus Andronicus. They open in a couple of nights. Perhaps Mr. Capone can get you a ticket?
Capone? He's at this hotel? Gosh, I'd heard the opposite.
I wonder if in real life Elliot Ness also controlled like a tank. Although I suppose that's unfair. It's fine. It's just very slow. This area does give off some serious Rapture vibes, though. But I guess that's just the Art Deco style, which is a good style if you like curves and you don't like squares.
Your attention, please.
Squares are kind of
The cable
bullshit.
car to Santa Esperanza
So make it
leaves
round.
in 2 minutes.
A. Ryan, owner of Ryan Hotels, the visionary who transformed the Hindenburg into the monument to aeronautical luxury it is today.
A man chooses and a blimp obeys.
The window cleaners up here deserve every cent they make. I wouldn't do it for all the money in the world.
Buy shades at night.
Romance on the brink of the abyss. Nothing new.
Bunch of losers. God, I love Crespo so much.
Come on!
Okay. That's not a picture I would have up on my blimp that people are riding on. Yo, did you know this exploded once? It could at any moment. Just so you know. There's got to be a Crespo machine somewhere that works. Also, I might have just crashed the game. Yeah, I did. Let's try to start this again. And see if it makes me walk through all of that. Huh. Alright. I guess we picked up where we left off. I will say this game doesn't look terrible. I kind of like the visual style. Hey buddy, what's up? How you doing?
What happened here?
Nothing to worry about, my good man. What happens on the
Spontaneous
Hindenburg
combustion.
stays on the Hindenburg.
Much like what will happen on this balloon.
You never had problems with the police?
Oh, many a one, my good man. In fact, what I'm cleaning up is today's first problem.
Are you saying the law doesn't apply here?
We're too high up, my good man. The law has always preferred to look down.
How can you work?
This is
in a place
international
like this?
airspace.
You don't want to know where I worked before this, my good man.
It is Metal Gear Rising now. I can't wait for the samurai to show up. Speaking of, I should probably do the Samurai DLC for Rising at some point. I never got around to that. Yep, this dude's looks legit. Just yell in his ear.
Bravo.
Holy shit. God damn it, Elliot Ness.
I'm sorry.
Let's just get out of here.
If it wasn't for my habit of checking all possible exits when I walk into the lion's den, I'd be a dead man.
I mean, maybe she had insurance.
You should
I'm
be
sure it's
rotting
fine.
in jail.
That's exactly what I've been doing for the last 19 and a half years. You'll be surprised what a little good behavior can do for a person. You're not gonna ask me for my last words this time? I'm a lot closer to death than when I last saw you. As are you.
Not close enough.
Hmm? Close enough for who?
Are you sure we need to choose?
Look, I didn't ask you here to find out who's got the snappiest comebacks.
Elliot Ness got so much sass.
What?
I require your services as a detective.
Always be
You're
ironic.
So old, I don't know if you're senile or if you're joking.
Look, Ness. My granddaughter Sophia has been kidnapped. When what happened to my son, Vittorio, I put her in a boarding school. She was entered under a false surname, Colombo. Nobody knows who she is.
Nobody?
Only Milton, the man who brought you here. I trust him completely. 2 days ago, a guy turned up at the boarding school. He introduced himself as Guido Colombo, the girl's uncle, and her new legal guardian.
Guido
He said her
Colombo
parents
is
had
a
just
great
died in
name.
a tragic automobile accident. He produced all the relevant papers, driver's license, the custody document supposedly made out by the father, the death certificates. He explained away the fact that the girl didn't know him by saying he moved to Seattle before she was born.
Any clues?
Nah. Well, Sophia was wearing a blue dress with flowers that I personally ordered for her from Italy. She was also wearing white ballet shoes with daisies embroidered on them. As for the guy, the school principal said he was tall and slim, in his 50s.
Did he have antlers? Was he a deer person?
Black hair, no beard, no glasses. Well dressed. Could be anyone. But I know he was hired by one of my old associates. Someone wants to finish me once and for all. Maybe they want control of what's left of my organization. Maybe they hate my guts.
And I thought I was the only one who still hated you after 20 years. What else have you got?
I got this. And I got you.
You don't have me. My place is at my diner. And your girl's not there.
Huh. So where should I be looking?
You were the biggest boss in the Mafia. And by the looks of this place, you didn't lose everything. Why don't you ask one of your subordinates for help?
You don't listen, do you? The kidnapper was hired by one of my men. One of the people I trust.
So why me?
20 years ago, I pushed you to the edge. I bought your friends and killed the ones who couldn't be bought. I got you so obsessed with me that your wife ended up leaving you. When you had nothing left, you walked into my house, shot my bodyguards, and pointed a gun at me. You could have killed me. But you chose
I think you've
to
asked
take it
a
out
lot
on
of questions.
Espiano. You're the only honest man I know.
Nah, I'm cool.
I'm not going to help you.
I'm not asking you to help me. I'm asking you to rescue a little girl. Forget that her surname is Capone. Her name is Sophia. She's 8 years old and smart as a whip.
Okay, you win. I'll help. Not for you, for her. But I want something in return.
As you can see, I'm not short of money. Ask. I won't haggle.
Oh man. So pretty good. Let's put him in jail.
You confess to any crime you like and go back to jail forever.
That won't be difficult. Since I got out of jail yesterday, I've committed a few. I don't give a damn what happens to me, Ness. You just save
I should have gone with the money.
And you can start by investigating
Carlo Boccarini.
How did you know?
Biggest forger in Santa Esperanza. Wouldn't surprise me if Sophia's so-called uncle's papers were made by him. Besides, he's been cursing your name ever since we put you in jail.
Hey, I treated him like a son.
After you killed his parents.
They were selling booze without my permission. Wait, you know where to find them?
I have a good contact at the station. A girl. Rookie. Straight arrow. Reliable.
A girl? You saying you trust her?
You are such a chauvinist. Do you trust me?
Deal?
Yes. Game, please. Let me do this. There we go.
Deal.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Keep Milton informed that
Good
all
working
time-
with you.
You hear me?
I know you from somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know why I chose justice over money.
Yeah,
It was a bad decision.
You should be running. I'm never going to help you. Why me?
I'm not asking you to help me.
I'm not a customer. I'll do it. Not for you. For her. This town has become a jungle. Where not even the rats are safe. Those who swore to protect us fight to steal the last
So this is almost Max Payne.
Prey. But it wasn't always like this. The Santa Esperanza I was born in was a clean town. A place where it meant something to be a cop. Until he arrived. He took everything I had, but in the end I sent him to hell. Rebuilt my life. Got my feet back on the ground. But now he's back, and he's dragged me in. I'm gonna need help.
Always the correct answer.
Ness,
Elliot, I found Carlo Boccarini.
I knew you would, Alice.
Write this down. 31 Wicker Avenue in Lakeview.
Thanks. Nice work.
Elliot, what do you want with him? He's got a hell of a file.
Right now, it's better you don't know, Alice.
What, are you protecting me?
I promised your father that I would.
I'm a cop, not a little girl.
Alice, I don't have much time. I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks. Tomorrow's going to be a long, long day.
I don't know, I'm not feeling the juice.
You sure?
I'm sure.
At last. That stench of stale grease about you reminds me too much of my old job.
How can I expect to have more cool hallucinations if I just drink the juice?
You worked as a waiter?
I was a chef, and not in any old kitchen. At the maximum security penitentiary on Gore Island. Can't think of a better way to do time. And how do you think I met Alphonse? Playing golf?
Alphonse?
On the subject of cooking, I know your blueberry pie had an extra something. I still don't know what.
Alphonse?
It's methamphetamine.
So what now? You got a plan?
Take a look around, in case there's a rear exit. I'll take the main door.
My pleasure.
The fact that a criminal like him can hang up his shingle in broad daylight says a lot about Santa Esperanza. Someone took out sections of the fence. Odd. Interesting taste. Been centuries since a gardener visited this house. Maybe Boccarini's business isn't going too well.
Let's ring the bell. We're not a savage.
The bell doesn't work. I guess Boccarini doesn't get many visitors. Boccherini?
Nothing of interest out back. Sorry. You better come see this, Mr. Ness.
What is it?
I don't know how to describe it. Is that our man?
Maybe.
Boccherini.
My God.
Juice
We
does
have to
make you
find out
strong.
who did this and why. Let's go.
You're the detective, Mr. Ness. Besides, Alfonso wanna see this. I'll be right back.
Also, some shit went down here.
All right. I have to establish how Boccherini died. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive.
Give me just a sec. Gotta do some tech support. I will be back in a second. Anyway, back to it. What's this guy about?
Holy Christ, what the hell are we up against? His teeth were all pulled out before he was killed. The buildup of blood inside his mouth speaks for itself. His eyes were pulled clean out of their sockets. Whoever did this, it wasn't their first time. And if they committed any other murders like this, it's likely that the police found some of the bodies. I must remember to ask Alice. This isn't a cut, it's a tear. His hands were ripped off. Who has that kind of strength?
I'll tell you who. Dear people.
Once he got stuck in there, looks like the bottom of a glass.
Wait. How do you see that? You're over there. Alright, there's one more somewhere.
Pity
There we
he
go.
won't last till Christmas, because he he'd almost pass for a tree. There's no doubt the murderer took his time. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccarini's back.
Interesting.
Takes a strong man to tear that out, or several. Jammed shut from the inside. Maybe between the two of us when Milton gets back. Blood and some kind of sticky liquid. Oh shit. I should have stayed in my diner.
Uh-huh.
Are these teeth from the body? Well, at least I know why his teeth were pulled out, more or less.
Well, this shit is getting fucked up real quick.
What is that? Looks like a ritual. What was Boccarini mixed up in? This car looks too classy for a forger like Boccarini. Are there sufficient reasons to believe that when the murderer attacked Boccarini, there was someone else in the house? The first possibility to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Boccarini. Vermont plates. Someone drove a long way. Let's take a look in the glove compartment. Bingo. A man's cigarette case.
I see.
OB. One of the Boccarini clan?
Alright, got some cigarettes.
The first possibility to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Boccarini. The murderer tore Boccarini's hands off.
Can't drive a car if you got no hands, come on.
What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccarini's back. A car with
Alright,
initials OB on a cigarette case.
so we use this.
A car
We'll
with Vermont
use this.
plates. 1. It has Vermont plates. 2. It's too luxurious for a criminal of his standing. 3. The initials on the cigarette case don't match his name. The next possibility that needs to be ruled out is that the car was stolen. There should be evidence that there was someone else in the house.
I mean, besides the guy that's murdered? Sure.
The lamp, torn off its brackets and blocking the stairs.
Really? Alright, sure.
A door in the corridor jammed shut. What looks like the bottom of the murderer tore Boccarini's teeth were all...
Alright, just making sure.
What looks like the bottom of a broken glass. The next possibility that needs to be ruled out is that the car was stolen.
Alright, so we rule out that the car was stolen. I haven't looked over here yet.
The blood comes from the other side of the corridor and ends next to the body. He was attacked in the other room and dragged to the hall. The evidence suggests that the events began in the lounge. How did Boccarini encounter his murderer? Whatever crushed the table must have been really heavy, or maybe it was thrown extremely hard. A perfectly circular dent, as if someone had tried to hammer in a gigantic bolt, around 4 inches in diameter. Fingernails scratched the wood.
That is a deep gouge.
Blood ran like water.
I mean, I know there's a lot of blood in the human body, but...
Did it break during the struggle, or was it already broken? What kind of person takes off a wristwatch without unfastening it? Or fastens the strap again after taking it off?
A deer person.
Blood. Blood everywhere. This was opened recently.
Yep, let's just hit a little bit of that. I solve my best crimes when I'm wasted.
Smells of whiskey. Glass on the floor indicates the window was broken from outside. There's something under there. How did it wind up under there? Not one round fired. It must have happened fast.
Almonds.
What is it with Italians and olives? They lap those things up like caviar. Like a true bachelor, he should have put these into soak. Hours of scraping to get them clean. Although at this stage, I don't think Boccarini's too worried about that.
Story of my life.
4 glasses. 2 of water, 2 of wine. I've always been a whiskey man, but I know a good wine when I see looks good. Why is it that 2 out of 3 Italian gangsters are great cooks? I'll never understand what the deal is with them and cooking. The plates and the glasses leave no room for doubt. Boccherini had company for dinner.
Some lasagna would be good too. Wow, I'm getting hungry. Anyway, let's look at this.
One knife's missing, the biggest one. Shut from the inside. It opens onto the same room as the jammed door in the corridor.
Alright, I got some more clues. So let's check out our mystery.
Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive. The murderer tore Boccherini's hands off. Boccherini's teeth were all pulled out. Hands ripped off, teeth torn out. I guess I'll have to rule out criminal intent or a personal angle. Boccherini's eyes still have...
No, I'm pretty sure that's criminal.
What if I look for whatever was used to remove them?
Spoon seems about right.
Stained with blood and some kind of sticky liquid. The mixture of sticky liquid and blood can only mean one thing. The spoon was used to remove Boccherini's eyes. The mutilations and the disappearance of...
Yes, I frequently get murdered, so I don't have to clean my plates.
Psychopathy or cultist fanaticism? Which is it? The mutilations and the disappearance of his eye. The trail of blood from the dining room to the hall.
Well, I know it's a ritual. We got that clue. No, not you. Where's the... Here we go.
Some kind of symbol drawn in blood. A sick altar of human flesh. Although I don't know the origin of the symbol in the bathroom and the altar of flesh and teeth, I'd say the motive was some kind of occult religion. The big question is, who did it?
Alright, so we solved that path. We can also solve the guest here. As we know, he was having dinner with someone.
Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner for 2. The dirty dishes and glasses prove that Boccherini ate lasagna with one other person. Was Boccherini's guest still in the house when the murderer showed up? A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccherini. It seems clear that Boccherini and his guest were drinking when the murderer took them by surprise. The real question is, what happened to the witness? Did they escape? Did the murderer take them? Or are they still in the house?
Let's see.
2 pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table. A door in the corridor jammed shut. It opens.
Yes, they got to be in there.
The locked door in the door in the kitchen, locked from the inside. One locked door could be a coincidence, but 2 locked doors which open onto the same room can't be. Either I'm completely wrong, or the witness is in that room. But I need Milton to open one of those doors.
Alright, so let's finish the last one.
An open bottle of whiskey.
Nope, that's not it. Actually, yeah, that might be it.
Whiskey. A pistol, fully loaded. Pieces of glass from the window, and I'd say Boccherini was drinking in the dining room when his assailant burst in through the window. Boccherini pulled his gun, but the murderer disarmed him before he could shoot. Where did the torture begin? A broken table, scratched and covered in blood. A blood-stained wristwatch with the glass broken and the 2 pools of blood.
So yeah, it happened in the dining room.
The bloodstains show that the murderer began to torture Boccherini on the dining table itself. That was where his hands were torn off. As a result, his wristwatch fell to the ground. How did the body reach its current position?
Did a little bit of dragon?
From the dining room to the hall, the lamp, torn off its brackets and blocking the stairs. Boccherini, already minus hands, was dragged dragged into the hall, where the murderer used the bracket.
Was he lynched? I don't think that's lynching.
Diorama.
I think lynching has to do with a noose. Not like a spike. Lots of spikes.
Mr. Ness, can you open the door for me?
It was open. Why did you ring?
I thought I should use the doorbell so I wouldn't startle you.
When I came in, I pressed the doorbell and it didn't work.
Well, in light of the facts, I deduced that it was your finger that wasn't working. So, what can you tell me to restore my faith in you as a detective?
Hold on, I have to take a picture. This will be 20 minutes.
Not a good start. It's a camera, so Alphonse can see all this.
All right, follow me. Boccherini had company for dinner. Someone from Vermont with the initials OB. Someone whose social status was a lot higher, but who was on the same side of the law. He served lasagna, and after clearing away the dishes, they opened a bottle of whiskey in the dining room. That was when the murderer burst in on them, coming through the window which he broke with his own body weight. Boccherini, or maybe his guest, pulled a gun, but it was a waste of time. The murderer was so fast he was disarmed before he could fire. He focused his attention on Boccherini, totally ignoring the guest, and lifted him up into the air. He then threw him against the
Dang, son.
table so hard
It's
that
quite a
one of the
throw.
glasses of whiskey was embedded in Boccherini's back. He span around, clawing at the table, and immediately afterwards the murderer ripped off his hands. I have no idea how he did it, but all the evidence suggests he just pulled. Blood sprayed everywhere. The wristwatch fell to the ground. He dragged him through the corridor into the hall. He tore down the lamp, hung him from the brackets, and stabbed steel rods through his body. He skewered him on the iron bars, possibly taken from the fence outside, and pulled out his teeth one by one. Finally, he scooped out his eyes with a teaspoon. Boccherini must have been dead when the murderer
These
went
are
to the bathroom with his hands
the
in his
silhouette
teeth.
man. It was them all along.
There, he arranged them to make an altar, weaving the fingers together and placing the teeth inside. Next, he painted something on the wall in blood, a symbol which I don't recognize, but which could have some kind of ritualistic significance. When he'd finished his artwork, he left. I don't know what he did with the eyes.
You're telling me that someone did all this armed with a teaspoon?
More or less.
And you worked all this out on your own, just by looking?
More or less.
I don't know which of the two of you scares me more. Wait a second. What about the guest?
Right. Come with me.
Let's bust this shit open.
Nothing.
Turns out.
Oh,
Mr.
so when he said he
Rotation
needs the
was
guy's
a
help, he
foul,
just means
but
he
you
needs
were
the guy.
close. Congratulations.
This must be Boccherini's office. Let's take a quick look around.
All yours.
You're at a crime scene, and you sit down to read?
Titus Andronicus. One of the actors on the Hindenburg lent it to me. They're performing it soon. You couldn't ask for more appropriate reading material. Murder, mutilation, torture. Shakespeare's got it all.
Why'd you go to jail?
For murder, but
You didn't do it, of course.
of course I did it. But I didn't intend to.
We've lost the only lead we had to help us find Sophia Capone.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Boccherini's murder could be related.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe just throw him in the dishwasher. It's not that hard. Oh
Jesus.
shit!
There's at least $1 million here.
Mm-hmm. Baccarini's?
I'd be surprised. Probably his guests, and I doubt it was to pay Boccarini for his services. None of his forgeries are worth that much.
Got some real cash here. Also, that's not what $1 million looks like. It would actually be a lot
I have
less.
the goods for OB, but I have to take the children to school tomorrow and I can't make the meetup. Friday, same time, same place. It's
$100
Sunday.
bills are actually pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
You only need so many
These
stacks.
initials are getting to be a pain in the ass, right?
I have to take the kids to school tomorrow. I don't think this is some loving divorced daddy, Milton.
I take back what I just said.
The driver's license of one John Martinson and Osmond Burke. OB.
Do we know him?
The eldest son of the richest family in Vermont, convicted rapist. He was arrested thanks to the testimony of his father, who wound up disinheriting him. He escaped from prison last week. He broke into the family home and slit the throats of all his relatives one by one, opened the safe, and got away with a fortune.
They don't make jails like they used to.
Damn.
All starting to add up, isn't it?
Well, time to die. Later, Ness.
All starting to add up, isn't it?
Milton! Milton!
You're doing fine on your own, Mr. Ness. I believe in you.
Thanks, Milton. It means a lot to me. Just a bit of the old slappy slap. No big deal. So is this dude a mummy?
I said, he's coming back!
Who's coming back?
Him! The monster!
The guy who killed Boccarini?
He was a monster! Oh, get your hands off me, Negro!
What was he like? Describe him for me.
He was
Oh yeah, that is the guy from the newspaper. You're right.
red and black. I mean, his head reached the ceiling. He tore off his hands with his claws! It was a monster! A monster!
Should I hit him again?
Yes. Absolutely.
You're Osmond Burke, right?
Yes.
Good. Now pay attention, Burke, because I have a question for you. Who is this money for?
Nikolai Ivankov.
Rings a bell.
One of Capone's right-hand men 20 years ago. What does this stuff about kids mean?
I don't know.
Calm down, Burke. You were going to meet up with him, right?
Yes, at the docks, berth 42, right next to where the Alligator 3 is moored.
So what's the meetup time?
Tomorrow.
Alligator 3?
Tomorrow noon.
Alligator 2 was the best alligator.
Tomorrow? No, it's going to be tonight. Don't get too comfortable. We'll be there in no time. You
I don't know what any of these
painkillers.
choices mean.
I hate the fact that I'm taking an interest in your health, but it's the law.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Ness. I have to take him to Alphonse.
Out of the question. I know his temper. He'll beat him to a pulp.
Listen, if the missing girl was your granddaughter, you wouldn't forgive me if I didn't let you see the only suspect who could lead us to her.
okay.
Shucks.
What?
The smell of stale grease was bad enough, but the stink of whiskey is even worse.
Back to the Hindenburg.
Elliot?
Ah, Delphine.
Oh, thank God you're here. The lights were off, so I thought that... I'm sorry. I got out of the hospital late, then I went to the station to pick up Jim's check, and when they told me... I'm scared.
Of what?
What are you drinking?
I'm always drinking
Drop of
whiskey.
Just a drop.
Breathe on me. You heard me. Of all the times you could have picked, did it have to be now?
What?
No! You knew!
Knew about what?
What's that gun doing there?
A guy I know is having trouble with a two-bit mafioso. He asked me to go with him, just in case. I didn't have to get it out.
Well, don't. Don't start taking on the Mafia. Not now. You really don't know?
No,
I don't know. Last time I took on the
And if we keep
Mafia, I
up the
won.
guessing games, I'll never
Mostly.
know.
He's back.
Who?
Him. I don't know why it still surprises me, but it's incredible that you were such a good detective, and yet you've never been able to understand people. Capone got out of jail.
Where'd you hear that?
Chief Jenkins.
Chief Jenkins. The same guy who said he was going to clean up Santa Esperanza, right? In that case, you can rest assured Capone just put on his striped pajamas, and in 4 minutes' time, he'll be snoring in his cell.
Elliot, what
You
if
can't
it's
lie about
true?
people. If people are in
He's
jail,
out.
that's like public
What's
knowledge.
the first thing he's going to do? Who does he hate?
Al
more than
Capone's in a
anyone?
fucking airship.
Let him come. He'll find the fastest waiter in Santa Esperanza. Before he can pull his gun, I'll have him dead drunk.
Please, Elliot, don't joke. You're the only part of Jim's life that I have left. If you put yourself in danger,
Give her the knee.
Please, no. But thanks.
How about the kitchen?
My hand? I burnt it cooking. Fried eggs are the devil's work.
What's going on, Elliot? We're closed.
Can you wait outside for a couple of minutes, Milton?
Sure, of course. Although, I'm
So
sorry
this
to
is the
say
thing
we're
about
short on
dialogue
time.
systems that just use one word.
Elliot,
They're not always completely clear as to what she will say and the context. Gotta go to the case. Later.
Come in, Milton, come in. Delphine, I'll tell you later. Now,
Like for this game, once or twice, I've not been entirely sure
you said you'd never treat
as of
me
what
like
I'm
that
making a
again.
decision on,
I'm glad I could
which is
confirm
not
that you're
cool.
okay.
Also, Elliot Ness don't need to get laid. He just needs to shoot people and save the children.
no.
He's like the Wu-Tang
It's
Clan.
none
He's
of your
for the
business.
children.
Sorry to butt in. I've brought your rapist costume for the party. Seriously, you're not...
No, she's the wife of a friend who died in the line of duty, Jim Dockers.
Alphonse told me about him.
Your Alphonse killed him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Ness. Although he's not the same man he was. Anyway, isn't the deal with marriage until death do us part?
It's not that simple. There are other factors. Dockers was my best friend. I couldn't do that to him, not even now he's dead.
Right. So you like her, but you don't have the nerve.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I just had the nerve. My hand was all up in there.
Women have never been one of my priorities.
I'm sorry.
Forget it. You screwed Alphonse good, didn't you?
I don't think he holds it against me this far down the line. He's a new man now, right?
Did you enjoy it?
Yes. I think it was the happiest day of my life. That bastard deserved it.
Maybe it was. Because based on what I've seen, from that day on it went downhill. Did they find those kids?
No. How do I look?
Like the Invisible Man in the movie. No one's gonna buy it.
Take it easy. Everything's going to work out fine.
So it crashed again. So let me start it again. Hopefully it saved progress. Yeah, it did. So Al Capone's looking like the mummy. I'm gonna disguise myself and do something. I don't know what. Not Al Capone, Elliot Ness. I'm an idiot.
So, everything's gonna work out fine, huh? You sure it's here?
Relax. It's just a little further. Just follow me.
This plan is suicidal. We're gonna die.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. And may I ask why?
It's not the first time I've done a job like this, and I never was any good at getting killed.
There's a first time for everything, my friend.
Milton, if you go on contradicting me, you're not going to get into your role. Don't forget, while we're here, you're supposed to be at my beck and call.
While we're here.
Hear that? Not bad.
A white boy who likes the blues. What's next? You gonna let the black man vote?
Oh, snap! Sick burn right there.
Hey, you. Where do you think you're going?
I'm here to see your boss, so do your job.
What did you just say, you freak?
Well, we tried being polite.
Kick him in the balls, honey.
It'd be my pleasure, Sweetie Chops.
Dakota.
Yeah, my pleasure, Miss Dakota.
Listen, friend, I've had to freeze my ass off on guard duty myself. Let me and my man pass, and you can carry on warming yourself up.
The other option is for us to warm him up ourselves, Mr. Burke.
Ah, you got one of those uppity Negroes, I see.
If he's like that with me, think what he'd do with you.
What the fuck? Who the hell do you think you are?
I'm Osmond Burke, and I have an appointment with your boss.
You're Burke. Why didn't you say so before? Come on in.
He said it! He fucking said it. He did say he was Burke. Come on, game.
What is that thing?
You really want to know? Better off not asking.
It would be amazing if we boarded the Titanic. Ocean never existed in this universe.
It's supposed to be here.
Where's the ship?
Looking for someone?
We arranged to meet Nikolai Ivankov at berth 42, but it looks like the ship isn't moored here. Has she set sail?
It isn't moored? Maybe she sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
Is it a submarine? Yep, it's a submarine. Huh, is that it? Well, if that's it, this game is, like I expected, pretty short and also very schizophrenic. Yeah, the dramatic reveal of a submarine is a strange place to stop. Like, this game wants to be a murder mystery and an occult mystery, and also about Prohibition. I don't know. Whenever the next episode comes out, I'll probably play it, but it's weird. I will accept it.
You know that we punished
children who behave badly, don't you? Yesterday, it was Juliet who behaved badly. Do you remember?
Uh-huh.
She hit Junior so she would finish ahead of him in the morning race. Do you know what we did to her?
Mm-mm.
Don't worry. You'll find out soon enough. Which do you prefer? The doll or the plush toy?
Let's go with the doll.
Mickey bit Tom so he could take his food. Do you know what we did with him?
Bruno says you killed him.
Bruno says many things. Which do you prefer, blonde hair or brown?
What are we doing here, dear people?
And today, you tried to escape. Do you know what the difference is?
No.
Juliet and Mickey hurt their friends so that we would not punish them. You tried to escape, but you did not harm your friends. On the contrary, you tried to help Bruno, putting your own life in danger. Very few children would do that. We are going to punish you. But in a different way than Juliet and Mickey.
Oh, this is Hotline Miami now.
Bruno, on the other hand, did something very similar to them. He betrayed you to avoid being punished.
I'm sorry.
Which of these two drawings do you like best?
That's fucked up. I kind of dig the left one. It's cool, I guess.
I'm sorry.
Dear people, that's a little extreme. Well, yeah, I guess that's it. That kid shouldn't have been a snitch. This is what happens when you snitch. So I think this game was released in 2015? Yeah. And there still hasn't been a second episode. So who knows how soon the others will come out, if they will ever come out. But this just reminds me I need to play more Telltale games. And by more, I mean at least one. And yeah, if he was right-handed, then the left hand was a good one to cut off. I was doing him a favor. So I'll probably play a little Swindle after this, as I have some time. Fear is the mind killer. Also, dogs are the mind killer.
Protect him.
Is she here?
My father asked you to take care of me. Is this how you respect a dead man's wishes?
Screw everything I said.
He's Al Capone. He may not have much left, but he'll have something.
Life's full of little twists and turns, huh?
That meant absolutely nothing. It was probably the worst stinger I've ever seen. Okay, that's great. That's actually really good. That is a good mode. And I'm going to stop for a second and then start the Swindle and also start lunch because I'm hungry. I might try The Wolf Among Us at some point. I hear it's alright.